Hi, I'm Rod Stone from Stone Accounting and Business Advisory. Today we're going to answer a question that we get asked a lot from our business clients, and that is, do I need to be registered for GST in Australia, or Goods and Services Tax? We're going to go through very quickly the criteria and the things that you need to think about when making that assessment, whether you need to be registered or not. And the first one is you need to have an Australian business number or an ABN. If you have an ABN, that means you're in business, and then that means you can register for the Goods and Services Tax. If you're not in business, you can't register for GST. So that's the first one. The second one is the GST turnover threshold. When you're in business, that turnover threshold is $75,000. So what that means is that if you turn over greater than $75,000, you should be registered for GST. And if you're not, you need to be registered for GST. If your turnover is less than $75,000, then you don't need to be registered for GST. There's no requirement, but you can register voluntarily if you like. So that GST turnover threshold is really important for a couple of types of businesses. One is if you've just started your business. If you've just registered and you don't have any turnover yet, you need to make an assessment based on what you think your next 12 months is going to be like. If you think that you're going to have more than $75,000 turnover in that 12 months, you need to register from day one. But let's say you've been in business for a year and you turned over $50,000 in the first year and you know you're going to grow in the second year. How do you know when to register for GST? So the tax office says there's two things we need to consider. We need to look at the current month turnover and the previous 11 months. And if we've crossed the threshold of $75,000 in that period, then we need to register for GST. If we're under that threshold, then we need to look at the current month and the next 11 months. So then in that 12-month period, if your forecast is that we're going to be above 75%, then you'd certainly need to register for GST. The only other thing that I wanted to touch on today is there's two other exceptions to that GST turnover threshold. If you're a not-for-profit organisation, your GST turnover threshold is $150,000. And if you're in the industry of providing taxi or limousine services, regardless of your threshold, you need to register for GST. So I hope that's been helpful. If anyone's got any questions, please feel free to leave a comment, send us an email or send us a message. Get in touch with us. We're always here to help. Thank you.